Good morning, everyone. It is Joker, and I am finally back home from my long day of traveling around the state and up the Washington Peninsula. But we are here. I made a community post on it before I left for work this very early morning that we got the big data mine. So that is what we are here to talk about today. But first, this is your spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. It's going to be on the title, it's going to be on the thumbnail. I'm telling you to you now. If you do not want to know what is coming for the part 1 of the 2-year anniversary that starts tomorrow morning, then click off the video. I have not shown you anything yet that would give it away. So if you still want to be surprised tomorrow when I do the whole live stream reveal and all that, then click away. If you are fine with knowing and you want to know and you want to understand and you want to see all the things over in the data mine, then by all means let the video continue to run. But this is your final warning that we are going to talk about some massive 2-year anniversary spoilers right now, I guess. So, the data mine. I have it all pulled up. First off, let's just start with what everyone wants to know. Here it is. These are the first 2 characters for part 1. We have a Shizu and a Hinata. And if you think they look a bit wonky, it's because these character models are illustrated by Mitzvah, who is the author, the mangaka, Tensura manga. Yeah, like the character models look not the same. So if you look, Hinata, Milim, Valentine, Diablo, like these are everything right here. So they are done by Mitzvah, and this character art actually looks really good. Like, I know some people be like, "Whoa, that's weird," because normally it's like, let me pull up an example. It would be this or something like that. No, you know what? I'm ready for a difference in art style, and this definitely got it. Now, their in-game models still look the same, but they have these outfits on. So I guess we'll jump into that now as well. We do have their animations, so we will watch them. I'll go ahead and mute myself, and I'll kind of make a cut, and then we'll get into those. あの頃とは違うの。それでも今だけはこの剣と共にラッシュウェーブバースト。これが切の夢だとしてもあの頃とは違うの。感じるほとばしる強さを私もここで限界を超えてみせる。この剣と共にバニシングブレイド。私もそう教わったから。Alright, so, I mean, these character models in-game, they look good. I like these outfits. I'm never really the biggest fan of Hinata, but you know what? I like this bodysuit that she's got going on. This kind of Scully-looking stuff, bone armor almost. Shizu's outfit also looks good. I kind of wish it was a little bit more like this one, but we have to make a difference here. But it is like a combo ult. They are separate units, but they do, showcase each other. And one thing to point out on Shizu, as we go in, she is only hitting 1 mushroom right here. So she is a single target ult. Meanwhile, Hinata, if we play hers, we see, all 3 mushrooms here. So Hinata is an AoE, Shizu is a single target unit. They're both magic because they're both going to be on the Wielder of Magic team. But here is their banner, cut-in thing. So, new EX 5-star characters illustrated by Mitzvah, Troop Recruit, 2nd Anniversary, Part 1, Isekai Revelry, which means the drop rate is increased to 5% over the normal 4%. Shizu is Space. So we have our first EX single target space damage dealer. Well, I don't know about damage dealer, but single target space unit, because the other 3 are Raphael, AoE, Valentine, AoE, Violet, AoE. So hopefully this Shizu will be maybe just a better version of Space Milim, because Space Milim is still honestly the best single target space unit to this day, a year and a half later. So we'll see. And then Hinata is an AoE, she is water, so yet again, just feeding the amount of total EX water units to now 7, because we have Aqua, Milim, Rimuru, Shinsha, Kazuma and Rain. They just love putting out water units for some reason. I get it. The beatdown battle is fire. The Jubilee's gonna be fire, but like Shinsha's already water, and she's very clearly the DPS unit. And Hinata is an AoE, so that is going to lead us to assume that the Jubilee boss battle will have an AoE stage and a single target stage, and Hinata will be a AoE DPS, which probably relegates Shizu into more of a support role. We don't know their skills yet. We'll find out what their full kits tomorrow morning during the live stream, but they're both on Wielder of Magic right here. They're both on World of Fantasies, so they fit on Frey's team as well. Shizu is on Heart of a Hero and Fount of Wisdom, which the other Shizu is on Fount of Wisdom as well. And then Hinata is on Shizu's Will and Warrior's Mind. So another buff to the Warrior's Mind team. It's a water unit, though, which means that this Rimuru will still not give her ult gauge, because she's not space or earth. And then the Shizu would get it, but she's not on Warrior's Mind. So, I mean, you could put her on there. She might fit well. I don't really know yet. But both magic, one space, one water, 2 different categories between them, and then 2 of the same. So that's fairly cool. And then we have this login bonus that you can recruit up to 200 times for free. It's probably going to be a daily multi, or a daily single, or some kind of daily something that will lead up to having 200 total recruits. Now, that is not 200 multis, that is 200 singles. Just to clarify, so you guys don't cream your pants over something that's not actually true. Next up, we have the new 5-star EX rates 30% ticket, which we knew was coming from the Seeds of Growth shop, which I believe should be in-game right now. Maybe not. Okay, not quite yet. But when the Seeds of Growth shop does update, you'll be able to buy this ticket. And this does have the Vengeance meta on it. It does have the Goddess of Destiny meta. So if it's got Vengeance, it's got everything except for the current meta, right? Vengeance was last month. So all the EX units will be on here. And protection characters. So this will be Frey, this will be Diablo, Velzard, a couple Velzards actually. But the fact that the Vengeance meta is on this ticket is big. Now, there's obviously going to be more places where we can get these tickets, hopefully, other than just the Seeds of Growth shop, because the Seeds of Growth shop is still not something you really want to have a lot of, because that means you've not finished a pity on a lot of banners, and that's just unfortunate. But having Vengeance here, having Vengeance anywhere available is great. Moving on, we also have these ticket packs, right? Wind Specialist, Dark Specialist, Fire Specialist. So these are going to be purchasable items or banners that we can summon on. Now, I highly doubt they will drop all at once. They'll probably rotate every week or something like that, or at least every few days, where if you were looking for specifically fire units, specifically, wind or dark or earth or space or whatever, you can summon on this banner, and every 2 multis, you can get a 10% EX ticket, because obviously there are more than just EX characters on here. There, Shizu, Valentine, cool, Violet Toa guy. It's going to be every single fire, space, water, earth, whatever the hell unit that you can think of. They'll be here. Now, I don't know what the chances to pull them are, but if you're really hurting on some kind of thing, and you are done summoning for Shizu and Hinata, or you don't really care about what's coming at the end of the month, then, I mean, by all means, have at it. They're your crystals. Do I recommend you summon on this? Probably not. Maybe if you have the extra currency and you're not concerned about it, throw the 2 multis, see what the ticket gives you, and then kind of back off, take your W or take your L and walk away. Moving on, the everybody's favorite thing is back, the Invite a Friend campaign. However, they did make one change, and this is the mutual invites possible. So, before, if you were to exchange your code with somebody, you could never do it again with that person, even if it was a different Invite a Friend campaign. Looks like they have changed that now, so you can exchange your codes willy-nilly now. Now, I don't know if this also means that I can personally activate like 10,000 people's codes. I don't know. Normally, in the previous times, it was limited to you could do one person's. You could take one person's code and enter it, and then you're done. And then that person would need 4 other people separately to do it. And that is where this becomes a gigantic hassle, where people are literally begging each other in the Discord, in the comments, on Twitter, use my code, use my code, use my code, and it's the worst thing ever. So hopefully the fact that this wording, I hope it means a couple different things, but I hope it means that everybody can use everybody's code, even if they don't get the extra crystals, right? I would be okay with, you could enter the code once and get 100 crystals, and then you could enter 40 codes after that, but never receive crystals after that initial 100. That's fine, because at least you can help 40 other people get to that milestone mark to get 400 extra crystals. So you can get 500 crystals off this for free if people use your code, and if you use someone else's code. So we'll see how this plays out with this mutual invites possible wording. Hopefully they make it the way that we want it. But again, we'll have to see, because there's nothing worse than sitting here looking at this and you're like losing out on 300 crystals because nobody uses your code. And you beg and you plead and no one does it. So there will be a dedicated channel in my Discord to post these specific friend codes. It will be on slow mode. You can only do it like once every 6 hours. I swear to God, if you spam people and you start DMing back and forth, I will ban your ass immediately. If I hear, I've gotten DMs from this guy like 10 times, or 20 people have gotten this DM from the same guy, you're out. Don't do that. It's annoying as shit. Don't do that. Moving on. We have bingo missions that get you a free dupe of Shizu. So we haven't had a free dupe for I want to say a while now. Let's take a look. Yeah, not since Konosuba, where we got the free Protector Rimuru dupe. So it's been 2.5 months-ish. So, okay, it's not been that long. But, sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. So it is nice, but please be aware that this is only a dupe, right? You need to pull Shizu before you can use this dupe. So if you don't pull Shizu, you never actually summon for her, you'll get this dupe, and it'll just sit in your item box forever, because you have nothing to put it on. But if you summon Shizu, then you can immediately get her to 104, you can activate her trait, whatever it happens to be, and everyone is happy and fine with that. So that's good. I always like free dupes, especially of EX characters, no matter how, specific or limited they are. Free dupes of EX characters is one less dupe you have to summon for. So I'm all for that. We have a new Valor Cup ranking, and it starts at level 10. Instead of level 5, so I mean, if we go to Valor Cup, which I'm maxed out on stamina because I hate this Valor Cup right now, hopefully what we get solves it. After we load in a bit. God, Valor Cup does take a while to load. But, normally there's like 5 ranks, 3 ranks sometimes. Reward, current rank, info. Yeah, Diamond 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Platinum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The highest one was Legend. Looks like we're going to get something higher than Legend, and it's going to have 10 ranks, which actually is good, because that means we can get more milestone crystals getting to that point at the the very first time, getting more charms. So that's just free crystals for doing Valor Cup, and there's 10 ranks, which if Legend gave us 300, then at minimum, each of these 10 ranks should give 300 crystals. And honestly, Valor Cup, it's tedious, yes. It's time-consuming, sometimes mind-numbing, yeah. But, I mean, that's a lot of crystals right there. That's 3,000 crystals overall. Like, if it just stays at 300, right? If it's more than 300, then that's even better. And 3-star charms, which I still need some 3-star charms. I will take more Valor Cup ranks. It gives me something to work towards. It won't be overnight, though. Right? It's 3,000 crystals, but it's going to take like 2 months to get all of those. So let's be realistic about it. But it is still free crystals sitting and waiting for you to just play the game. So no need to get upset about that. Now we have this new skill. This looks very familiar, don't you think? Do you know why it looks familiar? Well, let me show you why it looks familiar. What does Sokka do on one of her skills? Oh, she turns the entire future hand to greens. What does Protector Trainee do? She turns the entire future hand to blues. Well, look at this skill. Look at this green, and then the line, and then the 2 semicircles, and then the 2 arrows. That looks quite similar to this skill right here. So, one of the new characters is going to have a future orange hand skill, and it'll probably cost 40 points. It's probably not going to raise the damage because we already have a skill that raises damage. We have a skill that raises protection gauge. We have a skill that raises skill point gain. So the only thing that we could do here is if it did a general gauge increase. Like, so Isis, right? Free to play Isis. She does an all gauge increase by 50%. You can stack this with specific damage skills. You can stack it with different like skill point on greens, protection gauge on greens. As long as it's not another generalized gauge increase, you can stack them. So I'm led to believe then, since we already have other skills that raise the individual things of orange orbs, that this will be a generalized 20, 30, 40% on orange. That would be really, really cool, actually, because oranges, they definitely need all the help they can get. So that's interesting. We'll see how it plays out. Again, I think it's going to be on Shizu being a support unit. If it's on Hinata, then fine. But, I mean, it was on Sokka. She was definitely a support unit. For Shuna, again, we'll see. Login bonus. Or, no, it's just a daily quest. 3 times per day, try to clear all 100 quests. So this will take 30 days, right? Well, yeah. Right? Yeah, okay, math sucks. Sorry. No, what am I doing? God, I suck. Anyways, try to clear all 100 quests. You get anniversary medals and second anniversary Isekai Revelry tickets. These are not normal tickets, or at least they shouldn't be normal tickets. They should be for, most likely, the this banner right here. Or, now stay with me, it could be for the Part 2 banner, because it doesn't say Part 1 here, right? Or Part 2 specifically. It just says Isekai Revelry. And we know that every banner for the 2 anniversary will be an Isekai Revelry. So if these end up being generalized tickets, and you happen to pull Shizu and Hinata very, very early, then you can just hold on to these and wait for the Part 2 banner on the 27th on a triple featured unit banner and go ham with them. I don't know how many we're going to get, but free summons are free summons. So I would caution people before blowing all these immediately. Save them for what you need, not what you want, right? It's kind of an oxymoron right there. But if you don't need Hinata and Shizu, because you either don't like the team, you don't have Milim, you don't have Shinsha, then do you need to summon on their banner? Or do you need to summon on the incoming banner that may have a new protector and 2 featured units, 2 other battle units? Got to make that decision on your own. Next, we have the new stage that they announced during the last live stream that we would get EX shards from. The Chamber of Memories and Contracts. Clear limit quests and get 5-star EX Awakening materials. EX shards are very, very powerful, very, very limited. So anything that gives them away is going to be highly useful. But there are a few different stages to this. So looking at it, we have the normal one, right? And then we have this one, Chamber of Reminiscence, which only gives the Protector shards, and it's event distributed only. So I don't know what that means. Oh, I know, actually, I do. It's all the meta free-to-play units. Okay, Isis, Frey, Misery. So you can only bring free-to-play meta units in this stage, because it's a limit quest. But then there's another one, Chamber of Aspects, that has battle shards, and it's a force limit, so only specific forces can take on whatever stage, or stages, plural. And then there's another one, the Chamber of Training, and you can only use units that start with 4-star rarity, and can awaken to 5-star, or 3-star units that can awaken to 4-star to 5-star, that such. But they have to be 4-star initial rarity or lower. You can't bring any 5-star units. You can't bring any EX units. So, I mean, this multiple ways to get EX shards, I will take, because I could put a few shards into some EX units and be happy with that. So that, I believe, does cover it. There are a lot of sale packs, way too many to go through, but rest assured, if you want to spend money, they will give you many, many avenues to spend money. There's selector packs, there's 5-star EX packs, There's a lot going on, but this is what we will expect tomorrow. I do believe that after the live stream is over, they're gonna drop. So 3 a.m. rolls around, the live stream happens. We'll get the total information. We'll get the explanation on how the stage works, how often it happens. I don't know. We'll see, their full kits and what each unit does, and maybe their traits. I don't know. And then I think that at 4 a.m. my time, after the stream is over, or once it's very close to being over, all of this will be in the game. So the 2-year anniversary should start in roughly 13 and a half hours, right? So that's 13, well, 12 is to, so 12 hours is to 2:30, 3:30, yeah, 13 and a half hours. We should have everything in game. So let me know what you guys think of this new Shizu and Hinata. Do you like their model art? What do you want them to do apart from, this skill that we know is going to be on one of them? Let me know your comments and the thoughts below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I will be live in my Discord at 3 a.m. to watch this, and then I really don't know what I'm going to do after that. Because if the banner drops, like, do I want to summon at 4 a.m.? I mean, no, but will I? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to play it out. But that's it for me. Take it easy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.